Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Money Mentor podcast with Graham Home and Bec.
Hey, G.
Hey, hello.
Hey, guys.
We have
Hello.
some amazing guests today. We have Jerry and Firoza. Welcome.
Thank you.
Been an interesting journey. So, full disclosure, Jerry, you now work at Infinity and have for the last couple of years?
Yes.
Okay. And Firoza, did you find us?
Yes, I was your stalker, Steve.
My stalker,
G,
Steve, that's
yeah.
right. And your daughter works for us.
Absolutely, yes.
So, let's go back because I remember you were my stalker. Was that before or after she got the job?
Before.
Before.
Okay,
And did you know she applied for a job with us?
Yeah, so she had taken a break from employment for about 2 years.
Yep.
But during that time, I had done your masterclass. Right. And she then applied for a job at Infinity. She didn't tell me. She came home. She goes, "Oh, Mum, I just went for a job interview at Infinity." When she said Infinity, I got up, I ran up the stairs, and I got the book that you usually give to people before the masterclass.
The masterclass book, yeah.
Yep. And I said, "Is it this man? Is it this man?" And she said, "Yes." Oh my God, I hope you get the job because he's going to change your life. And I answered.
Funny enough, it has with her property.
I know. And I answered to me, "Mum, calm down. You don't even know him." I said, "I know, but I just know he knows what he's doing."
Wow.
So I
Okay.
got really excited.
Do you remember what year
about
that was?
2021.
2021. Okay. And Jerry, how long have you been working with us now?
22, I started.
22, so 2 years.
March.
Okay.
Yep.
Nearly 3 years. So let's go back in time. So when you guys started as clients and did the masterclass, it was 2021?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Did you have a home loan? What was going on?
Prior to Infinity, we, Firoza and I got married in 2015.
Yep.
We rented a lot all over the Gold Coast. And when rent is up, pack and leave. And one thing that I hate is moving. It's the
Yeah,
most
pack,
stressful thing.
unpack, pack,
Yes,
yeah. Beck's had to deal with that multiple times. Joe does now.
Yeah, Joe helps now. Well, Joe does now.
We had credit cards. Like, we had no budget.
Okay.
We were living week to week. I think at that point, we were maxed out on a 20K credit card. We had $80,000 on car.
Okay.
So, yep. That was on hire.
High purchase.
No budget, no savings, living $50 a week, and we had overdraft facilities.
Of 250. So at that time, by the time I got my pay, we were already minus 250. But the scary bit was, which is really, just coming here today and reflecting on the past, we had to make sure we drew out the 250 before we went shopping, just in case we did the shopping and it was a decline. And
So
then
you
we
take
wouldn't
the physical cash out, so for debit or a bill or so. So it's pretty bad.
Yes. And
Okay.
we were living from pay to pay.
Okay. Credit
With ma-
card, car
with-
loan, pay to pay, $250 left, and that's to make ends meet.
Well, no, minus 250.
Oh, minus 250.
Minus
Oh,
250.
fuck. It was even worse.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So when we'd reach shopping time, we knew that by the time we paid our bills, we had nothing left. And the bank allowed us to have that 250.
Overdraft.
So every time it was shopping, which was every fortnight, we'd be already minus 250.
Shit. So what year were you able to buy a home finally?
In
2019.
2019, August 2019.
Okay. And how did you figure that out?
So I got a payout from state government, and we looked at each other and we thought, well, this is our opportunity to make something out of this because we're sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck.
Okay. 2019.
Yes. So then we negotiated for 2 weeks. So the house that we bought initially was $850, and we managed to get them down to $820
$815.
or $815. That was after 2 weeks. And so I thought, well, okay, how are we going to get this house when I don't even have a job because I've just taken
Redundancy.
the redundancy.
Right.
But, you know, when stars align, if it's meant to be,
Yep.
it's meant to be. And we got approved
Okay.
and we got the house.
I don't want to know how or who, what
I
happened
know.
now. I'm not going to ask.
I know, but
Yeah, he broke it
anyway.
from Bob the kebab shop.
I don't want to know what Bob the broker did.
And at that time, you know, Jerry had just come back from his workplace injury, so he was only working 20 hours.
Yep. So Jerry was like me, nearly lost an arm, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both armless. Nelly, like we're both,
Yeah.
So
Thank God the
we'd go
other
good
arm
in a
could
boxing
work.
fight. We just keep hitting each other with one hand, right?
I think we should try that one.
Could be interesting. Okay, so 2019, bought the home for $815.
Yes.
How big was the mortgage?
It was
It-
80% land.
80% land. Okay.
Yeah.
So at 160, okay. So it's decent mortgage, 600. Okay. All right. And that was 2019,
Right before COVID.
right before COVID. Okay. And then where to from there? So when you joined Infinity, you still had the car loan, credit card,
Yes,
overdraft, and the mortgage now at 600 and something
Correct.
Correct.
grand. Okay.
And looking after my elderly mum.
And
Okay.
our family back home in Fiji. So that's where most of our money went.
Yeah, you're very kind-hearted people.
Looking after the family.
So from there, then what?
So
Are you still in that home?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No. So we went through, because Jerry, I mentioned before, Jerry went through a workplace injury.
Yeah.
That took 3.5 years, and we finally got a settlement out of that,
Right.
which was also contribution to how and why we bought our home.
Yep.
And then I heard your podcast,
Yep.
your Facebook thing for the 20 minutes,
Right.
where I went, oh my God. I said, babe, this guy knows what he's talking about. You know, we've got these accounts here, there, and everywhere, and yet we still have a mortgage. Can you imagine if we could pay our home loan in like
Jerry was
5?
like, yeah, what a load of shit.
Exactly.
I did say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And so that time I paid for the masterclass. It was about $1,200. I said to Jerry, will you do it with me? He said, no, I've got to work. Remember, I've only 20 hours. So, you know, you can tell me all about it. And I thought, well, okay. I sat glued. Initially, you know, when you pay for stuff. So for me, I'm very, if you don't engage me, you lose me. So in the first 5 to 10 minutes, I'm done. Well, guess what? Day 2, I'm still there. I'm
She was
still
glued.
there.
I came back from work
I'm
and she was
glued.
still on it. I'm like, are you watching this guy again?
Sometimes I go like 10, 11, midnight. It's like, what
Did
are
you
you
do the
doing?
masterclass straight away, like after you watched the webinar?
Yes.
You're like, all right, next month I'm on.
Yes.
Yeah.
She had to
And-
put it in an application so I could approve it so she can go to the
Yeah.
masterclass.
And the person that contacted me was Luke.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Luke
Yeah, because
Ross.
at that time Luke was doing
Yep.
Yeah. And so I thought, well, okay, how am I going to paint a picture to get Jerry on board? Because
I love-
he was already complaining about me spending $1,200 on a scammer who I didn't even know. I just met on Facebook. That's what he told me.
And now I remember that in your next workplace appraisal, Jerry. Yeah. In his annual review performance.
Bonus, so-
What? Christmas what?
Hey, I work for the man.
I know. And so, like, I thought, okay, so because Jerry loves art and, you know, certain stuff. So I thought, well, okay, maybe I'll use a bit of G's spin over here, you know, even though I've only heard him for 2 days. But, you know, let me try. So I tried, babe. So, you know that guy on Facebook, what's his name? Graham Home. Told you he was a scammer. And I'm like, well, not really, because you can't listen to everything on social media. But if you were with me, you would understand and know where I'm coming from. But it's pretty hard for me to paint a picture. And I'm all excited and I don't know where to start. And then he goes, how much? At that time, $6,000. It was $6,000. He goes, what the fuck? You've taken $1,200 out of our savings, and now you want to give this man that you don't even know, that you only met on Facebook, $6,000. Do you know where we've been and where we are now? We're in a comfortable position. You know, we shouldn't. And I said, but what if? What if it works?
Best $6,000 ever spent.
Yes.
So fast forward to today. Besides
Yes.
all this, everyone's skeptical, right? Fast forward today. Where do you sit today? Do you still have a mortgage?
When we signed up in, so Firoza attended the 2020 masterclass in October. Took me until March 21 for us to sign up.
Damn.
So only
Yeah,
after
8
Ayan
months.
started working
Yeah.
for Infinity.
You're like, okay, this is
Yeah,
real.
she said, Jerry,
She'll check it
this
out.
guy's real. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
So I
some
took the time.
inside knowledge.
Yeah, got inside knowledge.
It's like 6 months later.
Yes. And then obviously when we signed up back then, with my low income being obviously straight off work cover
Yeah.
on light duties, we had a lot of equity because our property just went up in value during COVID, and we couldn't service even for an equity release.
Right.
So that was then. And then we had a strategy put in place by Luke and the team.
Yep.
But can I just go back? Because we attended REM
Yep.
at Sanctuary Cove.
Yep.
And you said one thing, penny dropped, went straight to
I
Bec.
remember this, yeah.
And I said, we're going to sell. But I don't know how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to tell Jerry this. So anyway, you continue talking.
Fucking scammer again.
I know.
So
And I
so we
looked at
sold the
him.
house.
So yes, so during COVID, we renovated. We then came to Infinity for further advice. Okay, we're going to sell, even though Jerry's like, you're not selling this home. This is my only home. I'm not letting it go. And I said, but this is not your dream home. But it is. No, it's not your dream home. Imagine. Let's paint a picture. Here we go again. And so for the 2 years that we lived there, we sold it for nearly 1.8.
Wow.
So we made $1 million within 2 years.
1.2 million, 1.2, yeah.
And through that journey, we were guided by Infinity.
And then you bought a new home?
Yes.
Yep.
I just want to backtrack a little bit as well.
Oh, okay, yes.
Before we sold the property, when we signed up with Infinity, because of our bad spending habits, I used to love Culture Kings, especially coming
Mate,
from...
you're the best dressed man overseas. It's like you got Dennis Rodman's wardrobe. Like you come in, sometimes you come to events and I'm like, is that Dennis Rodman? That's like an NFL player. He's like, that's suave.
I wish I had his bank account.
Yes.
I think when we signed up, there was a lot going on in our personal lives as well. Then when we signed up, and obviously we had a little bit of a strategy going on because we couldn't do even an equity release. We're going to go back there. And then we had a little bit of savings after, obviously, from my payout from work cover. And instead of pissing it down the drain, we were like, okay, what are we going to do? Now that we found this guy, Graham, home, what can he do for us? We got invited to our first REM. That was in Sydney.
That was a big night. That was a big night. I think we were at the casino until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I think
We cleaned out. Anyway, yeah.
We won. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
the reason why I want to bring that story up is because when we were on that plane, and I think we were with the Emery's.
Brooke and Brent, yeah.
I was still skeptical as fuck. I was
This
like,
guy.
Yeah, and I was still on the
Yeah.
plane, and then I saw this guy sitting next to me. They had their laptop. They look. I'm like, damn, this guy's been busy. So we went into the RAM room at the Hilton's in Sydney, and I'm seeing all these people. I'm like, okay. And mind you, I've never sat through a masterclass, so this is me just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So I met, other clients like Joey, Jai Prasad, and
Yeah,
Rashmi.
yeah.
And then I heard that they from Fiji. I'm like, they had their story. They're real people with real stories.
Yeah.
And when
Lovely
they started telling their
people.
story, I was like glued. And when you went up on stage, and she kept on going to the toilet break. I said, you're missing out. Like, sit the fuck down. She was like, I've listened to all these. I said, no, but you're missing out. So and then I just fell in love. And I'm like,
Oh, stop
wow.
it.
Yeah. but that's when the penny dropped for me. And then I'm like, wow, I want to belong in this organization.
Right.
I want to work for that man one day. I want to learn from him. I want to pick his brain. And here I am sitting in this chair.
And G, you spoke to Jerry, and you said, Jerry, what's your goal? I want to be financially free. Yeah, but what does that mean? So anyway, you drilled down and you looked at him and you said to him, Jerry, you need to change your job. You need to do this. You need to do that. So change your job, find, study or whatever it is, but find your passion and things will start to change.
Yeah.
From Sydney, Jerry changed his job 3 times within within 12 months. And he kept on going higher and higher until he joined Finity.
Here we are.
Here we
Voila.
Yeah.
So today,
Yes.
got a home?
Yes.
Yeah, on the Gold Coast?
Yes.
What do you think it's worth?
We bought it for $780 and we got it valued at 1.3.
So we've done well again.
Yeah.
And
Debt free.
Debt free,
Yes.
worth 1.3.
Yes.
Any investments?
5.
Yes.
5.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn.
And counting,
And counting. Maybe 6 this weekend, we'll see.
probably.
Have 5 investments,
Yes.
no debt on a $1.3 million family home, no home loan at all.
Correct.
And 5 investments since 2021.
Since 21.
Correct.
October 21.
Yes.
So, and then you said the next year was round.
Sorry, we signed up with Infinity March 21.
March 21. Okay.
Yeah.
And then later that year.
Yeah,
So
'cause-
October really ram. So start, okay, fixed job, do this,
So I
do that.
remember when you came up to me, you're like, I get it.
I
How long,
get it.
how long did it take you to come around?
Oh
to
my
that
God, we
idea?
fought.
'Cause
We
I know you guys
fought.
used to entertain a lot too and
Yes.
host everyone. So
Everyone
was
was
that
at
part
your
of
house.
the
Oh, yes. So when
emotional attachment for you?
So when we did 75 Hard,
Yes.
that's when we realised who our friends really were. And our circle of friends went from that much to 0.
It's not some, when you say circle of friends, it's people you're providing the food, the party,
Yeah.
the pool,
Everything.
the alcohol.
Yeah.
Everything.
And these are the they come, they might bring their own 6-pack, but they empty your fridge,
Correct.
your food, swim in your pool, and then off they go. But you never
Exactly.
get invited to them.
No.
No,
Hardly ever.
That was
hardly.
yeah, I look back now and I think about it and I'm like, wow, we were just a halfway house for everyone just come and have a big ass party. The other one cleaning up, the other one paying the bills. We're back to square one again.
And you guys are good people. I remember when I heard you were bloody cooking foods for us and curries and dropping meal. Like
Thank
you're
you for doing that, by
thank
the
you. You're
way.
a beautiful human being. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of people that are very genuine, not get taken for a ride. Like you think people are friends, but they're really acquaintances that benefit from your hard work sometimes. And it changes very quick. When you're like, oh, hey guys, no, we're not entertaining, or you don't seem to get that reciprocal invitation to their place
No,
because they can't afford it unless you're paying for it.
correct. Or unless they'd invite you, but then you have to pay for half of whatever.
The bill, or they've invite you to a
Yes.
restaurant, and then you got to pick up the check.
Correct.
Okay.
And
so
so now
1.3 million,
Yep.
no home loan, 5 properties. Damn.
Yeah.
Where to from here?
Mudgy.
Yeah. Brick by brick. All right. So where to from here?
I'll let you
What's the plan? What's the goal?
speak.
I'm gonna take us back to growing up on the islands in Fiji. My dad never put a roof over our head, so I went through, and I thought like for me it was normal. Okay, rent is up, we gotta now pack up and move.
Yeah.
So when I moved here, it was the same thing. I'm like, this is normal. This is a normal way of life. When COVID hit, it was a big eye opener for us. I said to Firoza, we are so blessed that we have a roof over our head.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why we do what we do, and we want to achieve more so we can give back to our family and teach them like you can't just rely on your brother. You got to do it yourself. And
No one's coming to save
no,
us.
no
No.
one's coming to save you. You'll be, on a house on fire. No one's coming to save you. Same thing like us when we open a house and people come in for parties. It's the same thing. So when shit hit the fans, those people that you entertain, they're not
Nowhere
going
to
to
be,
be
They're
there.
not
nowhere to
gonna
be
be there.
found.
No.
So what we want to do is get all these investment properties, and for us, it's not about the property. It's about what we're doing now. So the future us can thank us now for what we're doing, and that's the reason why we work hard every day. We wake up in the morning, so be grateful for what we have. Thank God for giving us opportunity to now being able to teach our family and friends and give back to them. And I think when you say 5, like next goal for us is to reach 10 property. And
10.
Sky's the limit.
Love that.
And so moving forward, so we're going to sell Rabina.
Okay.
within 12 months.
Yeah.
We're going to move into Lagoon.
Okay.
By then, G would have a significant pay rise. Thank you, Bec G.
Fuck, that performance review changed real quick. Damn.
Yeah, and then by then we are going
I feel like I'm getting hustled here. He thought I was a scammer, now I'm getting hustled.
I've got the contract ready.
and then we're going to draw out equity again and keep moving.
So that property at Lagoon, do you remember how much you paid for it?
Yeah.
832.
Yeah, and so one of them's just been valued at 1.5 million.
Fuck me,
Wow.
Dad. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Buy me a drink first. So
But no, the best part, we actually convinced the developer to give us those.
That is
those
so
ones
good.
that
they were
Yeah.
for his
you guys
family
got.
and kids.
Yeah.
That front
For his-
stack were
yeah,
at the
for his
top.
kids, and we
They were for all
convinced
his
him to give them
kids
to
and family and everything. Wow. So,
Wow.
but that's okay because
You're welcome. There's your pay rise now.
yeah. Oh.
Ouch.
Actually,
Damn.
Beck is the one who picked this property for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh
did.
well, excuse fucking
You
me.
did. And Bec also picked the Logan Reserve, the dual occupants.
That's gone up a shitload as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Essendon, we've got Eve.
yeah,
Yeah.
Eve's into. There you go. So
yes.
okay, so we're going to be able to sell Rabina. It's
Yes.
1.3 at the moment.
Yes.
Could be 1.5, 6, whatever, the way the market's going on the coast. Move into Lagoon. It's going to be worth probably 1.5 or a bit more. Paid
Yes.
about 8. You move, sell your own rock, no capital gains tax.
Yep.
Pocket that profit. Paid 780, sell for 1.3, 1.4, whatever. Double your money. Move into Lagoon. You paid 8 something. It's worth 1.5. Maybe
Yep.
doubled your money again.
Yep.
No
And-
capital
and-
gains
and
tax, and you're living in
debt-free.
Main Beach, debt free.
Yes.
30 metres from Tedder Avenue, 60
that could
metres
be
from the
dangerous
surface.
for
Oh,
us.
And,
excuse me.
oh, this fucking excuse fucking me. Stop it. Damn.
Hey, I could work to Ram. It's up the road.
True. True. I mean, with the pay rise apparently you're getting, you'd be driving a
I know.
fucking BMW or a Lexus or something. But
As long as it's not a Hilux.
well, they're unbreakable. So, okay, so career aspirations. We've got the plan in place now. We're going to move again. So you guys have really clicked when you spoke to Bec at that RAM. You're like, I get it. We don't have to hold on to this one fucking pile of bricks and mortar forever. It can benefit us tax free.
But the thing with me, G, is like, how long? So we started in March 21. I still come to your masterclasses. Every time I come to them, I gain more knowledge. So every time you think you know it, no, you don't, because you know something else. And, you know, when you grow, things change. And if you remain stagnant, then you don't grow.
Are you growing or dying, right? And then people are going to outgrow you. You're going to outgrow people. I mean, Bec and I, people watch all the time. We try to take everyone on the journey. We thought we had
Yes.
really good friends like you guys.
Yes.
And someone explained it to me recently, really good mentor. He goes, you're an astronaut. You and Bec are astronauts. You take people that are not astronauts to the moon, and when you land on the moon, you say, okay, guys, good luck, all the best. We got you here. We've got to go off to Jupiter.
Yes.
And they don't know how to apply their helmet.
No. that's
And I was
true.
like, whoa. So we go from having these people that love us to bits that we take to the moon, and then when we go off to Jupiter or Saturn, they fucking hate us because they can't keep going. And I'm like, that's not our fault. I genuinely took you for the... Now I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm staying out of everyone's bits and pieces.
Everyone's on 6 months
Yeah.
probation now.
Now our
And find
circle
out if you're
score is like...
actually
you're-
a good person.
yeah, we're gonna rate that shit now. So it's really
100%.
hard, right? Like your circle tends to get smaller as you
Very
guys get
small.
happier. Whereas I think a lot of people are living in this fake bubble. And we've got all these friends and all these family and everything's great.
No.
We're fucking living for the moment. You live
No.
for the weekend. You're pissed Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You're hungover Monday, Tuesday, you might come good Wednesday night. You're productive Thursday, and then you fuck Friday night all over again.
Yep.
Exactly. And come Monday morning, your pocket's empty.
Yeah. I'm not going to eat. I need money to
Exactly.
eat. Can't do that shit.
And so what we've learned is quality versus quantity.
Yeah, well
So
said.
from that big circle, we could maybe say we've got 4 or 5
And that's fine.
genuine, good.
Why do you need more than that?
True,
Good people that'll
true
take a bullet for
friends,
you,
not
that'll
fake
feed you,
friends.
that'll...
It's just like, I mean, as I said to you, Stalker Steve, but I don't work for infinity, but I absolutely love and breathe Infinity, where people, my friends, have joined Infinity because initially, again, is it true? Is it for real? Yes. Well, look at me. Okay. Well, if you say that, then okay. And they have joined and they have no regrets. But obviously, it depends on your why and your purpose. And if you're
And
going to
whether
stick to it,
you got to
a
stick to it
structure.
or not.
And if you're not going to stick to a structure, well, don't waste
not gonna- you do
your
you,
time.
boo.
And yeah,
So, yeah.
exactly.
All right. Well, you're going to talk to Taryn and Karen in a sec as well. So I want to just
Yes.
ask you guys in closing, for the people that are tuning and listening that aren't part of the Infinity family and they're like, well, shit, we maybe came from Fiji or we migrated from wherever or, you know, we hurt ourselves at work or I got made redundant. All these shit happens, right? But you just get on with it, which you
Correct.
guys have done, right? So I'm really
Correct.
proud of you guys. For those people at home that have been made redundant, that have had injuries, that have done like all this shit that can happen, what advice, or not advice, but what guidance would you give them? Like, what should they be doing? Should they be honest about what they're spending? Do they need a budget? Should they go see a good financial planner? Like, what would you say to the people tuning in, going, "Fuck, if these guys can do it, I can." But where do I start?
I think when the accident happened to me, I was just thankful to be alive, really.
Yeah,
And, you know, being given the opportunity to, you know, change, you know, first of all, coming from third world country into Australia, I've never had opportunities like every Australian kid is born into. So a lot of people don't realize, you know,
We're
that
pretty
itself
lucky in
is
Australia.
A lot of people want to get on that boat. They want to come here and, you know, work and then work hard for their family. People don't understand that. So when you're going through injuries and, you know, obstacles in life, it's how you come out of it. And you don't look back and don't feel sorry for yourself. That's a scar that you wear. And that's the reason when you wake up in the morning, you tell yourself, this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I almost lost my life. I got electrocuted at work, 240 volts going through my body, dislocated my shoulder, and having to wake up and, you know, come to work every day, and achieve what we've achieved. We look back now, before we came down, we looked at our little timeline of what we've achieved with Infinity in such a short span of time. It's amazing what people can do.
it is. Yeah.
And a lot of people have
I think
that.
we underestimate what we're capable of. If you focus
The
on
mind.
it, a good mentor of mine's like, if you only focus on your outcomes, all your obstacles give way.
Absolutely.
Correct.
But if you're focused on obstacles, you tend to find more obstacles because
yeah.
you're off in the rough if you're playing golf
Correct.
or you're out in deep water if you're swimming. If you only focus on the outcome, the obstacles tend to disappear.
So for me, my advice to those people is that if you're sick and tired of waking up in the morning and looking at your bank balance with a minus $250, what the fuck? How long am I going to live? What's my age? And, you know, when you listen to podcasts and you self-educate and you tell yourself, well, look, I'm at this age. I don't want to be like this in another 5 years. So who will be my mentor? Who can I go to make a change? And just in saying that, G, you always say this, you know, perception is reality. You change your perception, you change your reality. And that's what we did.
Well done.
We looked and we said, well, okay, resonate with someone that can make a change in your life. But if you don't do nothing about it, then that's on you.
It's true. They got to. It doesn't have to be. If not me, somebody we say all the time. But get some help.
Yep.
Get
Get
help.
some help.
Find someone. Fact check what they're teaching you. See what's in it for them. See what's in it for you. Triple check it and jump in. But you're gonna have to find someone you can trust.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well done,
100%.
guys. Very proud of you. You should be very fucking proud of
Thank
yourself.
you.
Well done.
Thank you.
And I think there's only one thing left to say. See ya.
Oh, I was going to say, fuck the bank.
That too, but see ya.
Yes.
So I remember Ayan coming in talking to me about her mum wanting to sign up and running numbers going, I don't think it's going to serve us. I don't think we can do anything. But she was so keen to come on board. And we made it happen, and the journey began when you had that moment, that light bulb moment with Bec about selling the house.
Yes.
And suddenly realising what we could do. And going back to, that was 2022 you sold it?
Yes.
We may have had a bit of a journey to get it sold and buy the new house.
Oh my God, was
So-
that
But you know what?
We got there.
It was worth it
Yes.
because you've now doubled another house in value.
Yes.
Your Eve has doubled in value, Lagoon has doubled in value, and I'm very proud of you and more than happy to do more BCs.
Oh, I can't
And we can buy
wait.
more property.
Oh, I can't wait.
And of course, Jerry
You know,
working with
And
us.
Well-
I want to thank you as well because
Yeah.
I remember this time when we sold a property in Belly Heads, and I think a lot of clients don't know that Infinity, Bec G, and the team will run miles for you, because when we had simultaneous settlement, we couldn't settle. The purchaser couldn't come up with the finance. Long story short, we were sitting at home in boxes. It was our wedding anniversary. We were eating 2-minute noodle, drinking Milo,
And
we were
COVID.
told that if we didn't settle tomorrow, the next day we were going to get kicked out. And
Back to-
in my
back to
COVID
Scott.
state, we were bedridden. And then I remember texting G. I was like, "Hey, mate, this is the situation we're in." He was on a flight to Sydney or something.
Yeah.
He texted you, and within 2 days, we turned that around and got us a bridging loan. And if we didn't settle, we would have gotten both properties.
look,
And
yeah.
for us, that was amazing. We can't thank you enough.
But I think challenges are sent to try us, and it's about how we learn how to get through them. And of course, with Taryn's help as well, from an RM perspective.
Yes.
I'll pass it over to her for a minute.
I remember like relationship managers are so critical for people that want to achieve goals. So especially like, you know, if it's debt reduction, getting that structure in place, having a budget,
Yeah.
which most people don't have. And so when we got you, Taryn, we didn't have a budget. And when we did cut Jerry's spending, anyway, that took a few months, but anyway, within 3 months, we paid $34,000 off our mortgage.
It's nuts. And I really
It
want to
is.
speak on the budget because like everyone's going to watch this and hear how did they go from negative $250 a week to then having a budget? Because I feel like we throw that word around a lot without actually realizing how insane it is to actually stick to a budget. And that today, even being mortgage free, you're still sticking to that budget.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. We started off with a budget of $750.
And
For
we
the
thought that was not possible.
We
It was
said,
like,
oh
Yeah.
my God,
Oh,
no,
this
we
not-
can't
it's not
survive
enough.
on that.
And I see that a lot as a relationship manager. Like, so the first thing we do is we set a budget, and I feel like everyone naturally rounds up. Like, they're like, oh, food feel fun. Like, we talk about that all the time, and everyone rounds up. And I'm like, what is that money even for? And then it's not till you start sticking to the budget and then you see the results in your bank account growing that you're like, we don't want that, lower it. So we've lowered it a few times now. Let's talk about that.
750 to 7 to 600 to now 500, and our aim is to go down to 400.
Well,
Yeah.
well, guess what? So every Friday we have an FF allowance, and I'm in charge of that, right? And so today, because we've been talking about it, and I thought, well, fuck it.
Fuck it.
From today is $400, whether you like it or not.
Yes. And that's amazing.
And, you know, yes. So it's only the two of us now because Ayan's gone. So what excuse do we have?
There's none.
And if we've got a goal in another 12 months, well, exactly. If that's your outcome, you're going to stick to it. So it's
100%.
400
We're not
now.
done. That's the thing. Like
we're
you've already
done.
achieved so
400.
much in the time that you have now. We're not
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that it does, the grind doesn't stop really, and I don't think that part of it isn't talked about enough. That you guys still have a budget, and from today
100%.
we've lowered it again another $100. So
Yes.
it's unreal. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks
Thanks.
for keeping us accountable. And,
Yeah.
you know, I love Culture Kings and I love shopping, but it's good to have someone, before you buy something, Taryn, or whoever that is, whoever the RM is like, oh, do you think you actually need that?
Because what we do is we just turn the shirt inside out, and it's a different branding, so it's fine. You don't need to keep buying shirts. We'll just turn them inside out. It's the Yeezy vibe.
But
Yeah.
thanks, guys. Thank you so much for coaching us and mentoring us.
And keeping us accountable.
Yeah.
You know, it's really good having someone outside rather than someone inside saying, okay, guys, you know, you've gone a bit over.
We're always
Was
watching.
that necessary? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll come back better next month. And without you guys, we would probably not be where we are, just in terms of having that accountability RM head. you know.
We're just the coaches on the sideline blowing the whistles. It's you guys doing the work because, as G says, we can give you all the knowledge,
Yeah.
but it's
But
up
if
to
you
you
don't
guys
apply.
100%. So we've got a bit of a dream team going on here. I'm keen to see where we end up in another 6 months.
Yes.
6 to 12 months, I reckon we get G on for another pod.
Yes,
yeah.
I
And
love
see how we
that.
go. Yeah.
Love that. And Karen, without her guidance too, and with all the numbers and making it work, well, we're blessed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.